Aloha, this is Rawjuvenation, and I'm here to talk to you about my fourth day of water fasting. Some of you might be thinking, what is a water fast? Are you drinking just water? And that literally is what a water fast is. There's definitely many other types of fasting that you can do. I believe that water fasting is one of the most, I would say intense, but one of the most beneficial and since it's available to anyone at any time, I would say the word natural, but it's the most bio designed cleansing you can do. Uh, Fasting has been done for many centuries in different religious cultures, has been done medically in natural hygiene, like natural paths. I will be doing a video about explaining water fasting, but I just want to do my first video about what I feel like on day four. The first 3 days are the days of hunger pains, emotional, like, I mean, it's always going to be emotional, but you definitely, the first three days are usually the, the days where you have the most turbulence when it comes to like switching from a normal glucose energy, like carbohydrates, and then you're switching to a more ketogenic. So ketosis and ketones are really, um, it's funny how it's becoming really cutting edge topics in nutrition, and pharmaceutical companies are now trying to make ketone salts. Um, but it's something that's been around for a really long time. Water fasting has been done for since our written language. So to me, it's one of the most natural ways and most easiest ways to go into ketosis is through a water fast, which means you're omitting all um, stimulants. You're really, so no teas, no supplements, just food, no food. So just literally water, clean filtered water. I really like mixing it between distilled water, which is the most detoxifying water, which is what I've been doing. And then every once in a while, when I'm doing enemas, which I'll talk about that some other time, when I'm doing enemas during a cleanse, I do just normal filtered water just because I don't have a distiller here right now, so I'm buying distilled water. So to keep buying more distilled water just to do enemas, I'm kind of just using filtered water. Um, but yeah, so today I definitely woke up and I just felt like I did not want to get out of bed. I definitely have had zero hunger pains today, which is awesome. I really haven't had any hunger pains at all this water fast, but I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done 10 water fasts that are more than a day. I really do a lot of intermittent fasting, which means I fast every day. I skip breakfast and usually lunch. Depends on what day it is, and it depends who I'm with too. But I definitely used to be really high sugar, and now I'm actually more fat, less carbohydrate, really high fat, moderate protein intake on my diet now. So I feel like going into water fasting is so easy. And there's definitely times where I crave water fasting, like during intense emotional times, like transitions from one job to the other job, or you just hear news you just can't handle, or just, fluctuations in life. I like to water fast during those times because all the energy, all the cellular energy goes to your brain. So you just get a lot of clarity when you're water fasting. You really, I call it coming back home into yourself. So this water fast, I'm just not that busy right now. I have about 2.5 weeks off. So I thought, why not? Let's do a water fast. So I feel like I'm not so full heartedly gung ho. I just did a 5 day fast 2 weeks ago, so I've been fasting a lot, and it's definitely, the more you do it, the more the adaptable that your hybrid body becomes just more efficient and smooth at transitioning in between ketosis. So I definitely think that water fasting is, I don't want to use the M word, but I'm going to, a miracle. It's not a fix-all. It's not. I think Pentia is what the naturopaths use. It's not a cure-all. It definitely is a really cleansing time. It's a really restorative time. It's a really regenerative time. It is a really spiritual time. This water fast, my intention is to always, cleanse a little bit more. I definitely don't want to lose any more weight. I don't really actually believe in water fasting for primarily losing weight. You actually can gain weight really easily after a water fast if you eat really shitty after a water fast because it cleans your gut out, so you really absorb minerals and nutrients and toxins actually really efficiently after a water fast. So you never want to eat poorly after a water fast. So I don't think water fasting is a cure-all, but to me, it's biologically one of the most advanced things you could do for your body and natural. When an animal is hurt, they naturally lay near a stream or a body of water and they water fast until their bone or their wound is healing. And when you get sick, like if I haven't been sick in years, but when you get sick, you just don't feel like eating. That's because all your cellular energy, what I've read from other naturopaths and natural hygienists are people that water fast people and oversee medical water fast. They say that you can spend anywhere from 71 to 83% of your cellular energy on digesting food. So when you water fast and you shut down your GI tract, everything from your salivary glands to your throat to your stomach to all your organs that secrete enzymes to your small intestine, large intestine, colon, all of this shuts down. And all of that energy goes to the rest of your body. So I used to help run a water fasting center. So I've overseen, a moderate amount of water fast. And I've literally seen people go through very, very dramatic transformations in just like 1 week, 10 days. I definitely noticed that 3 days for your neurological system to get a reboot. 3 days is really good for if your eating habits are just shit and you want to eat cleaner. I actually believe in if you're trying to switch to a really high raw, even maybe you're a meat eater and you want to go to vegan. I think doing a 3-day water fast actually helps reset your taste buds and your salivary glands, and then the most simplest food like just an avocado with salt on it will taste amazing. It is the direct connection to source. So I think 3 days is really good for like a reboot, a very simple reboot. You could do it on an extended weekend from your work. Seven days is like a good, I would say, like if you've never done this before and you don't have much support and you just want to do it and you're already healthy, you just want to do it. 7 days is pretty cool. I like the day 8 and above. There's something between 8, 9, and 10 that people have this emotional breakdown. I would say it's like a liver download because when you're water fasting, you're in the state of ketosis, which means you're burning through fat, visceral fat, adipose tissue fat. We all have a little percentage of fat to lose. That's the difference between starvation and ketogenesis. But when you're burning through all these toxins, you're also, I feel like, you're killing microbes in you. You're killing parasitic infections because you're starving them. You're not killing them. They want to leave your body because they're like, you're not feeding me anymore. These are like things that you've kind of incubated your whole life. So if you've always had these heavy metals in your brain, you've had microbes and candida, and you're not alkalized, and the hemispheres of your brains are not communicating, and you're not practice chi breathing through your nose, and you're living in a really EMF smogged environment, and you're constantly eating toxins, the very first water fast you have, your body might literally, for the first time ever, get a break. And when you get a break, it's like you re-examine your entire past. You examine how you reacted, how you reflected. And that's one thing I love about living a more healthy lifestyle is you have this equanimity in you where you are just a more solid thinker when you're not, it's definitely, I definitely believe in emotions and following those emotions, but you when something drops or if it's raining on your interview day, you just don't care. You just go with it. I definitely would say that you don't want to become a robot. Emotions are still part of your heart. So I like that part of water fasting where you do have really intense emotions that come up. This water fast, I noticed that I kept having a lot of past issues. Not issues, but just like past amazing times, past undesirable times, past I miss a lot of my friends I used to live with and like back on the mainland. And it's like really, I don't feel like chilling with anyone right now. Like, I just feel like really being by myself. I feel like reclusive. I feel really like the need to have private space. So yeah, day 4. I have to say that that morning though, this morning was not fun. And then I got up and I was like, I'm gonna do yoga. So I did a castor oil pack, and I'd use this thing called pulsed electromagnetic frequencies. It's a magnetic pulsar. I did that, and then I oil pulled, but I did it really optimally. I used baking soda in it, sodium bicarbonate, it's aluminum free. And then I was like, I'm gonna do yoga. So I drank this huge glass of water and I was like, I'm gonna do yoga. And I started doing yoga and I was like, I feel actually really good. And I actually felt kind of strong. But I was doing more yin yoga, the more like on the ground. I only did a couple downwards dogs. I didn't really do any standing trees or any standing poses that much. And then I switched to a kundalini, like breathing, and I did a circle breathing through my nose, and then I did a meditation, and that was where I was like, I feel like a superhuman. And ever since then, bam, energy levels back. I'm back to being a superhuman. This is what water fasting is about. This is what health is about. Water fasting, you are not starving yourself. You are giving your entire your body a break. You are Dr. Goldhammer, who runs True North. It's a water fasting center. I've heard him say that you're draining your reservoirs, your mineral nutrient reservoirs. So to me, the water fasting is that you are cleaning house. You are spring cleaning everything, your cells, your lymph, your organs, your brain, your neurological system, your nervous system. All of this is just cleansing. So you shouldn't work out. Like, I'm not lifting any weights, which I usually do. I think you can see that like right here. I lift weights. Um, I do kinesthetics. I do insanity. I just, I always switch up my routine. It depends on what kind of energy levels I am that day, but I definitely would not really recommend working out too hard when you're water fasting. Actually, I wouldn't say work out. I definitely say move your body. Move it before you lose it. And move it just because it's fun. Like, you have funk in your body. And I think with water fasting, I'm also doing a little bit more advanced stuff I probably shouldn't be doing while water fasting, but since I've been doing it so much in a natural hygienic way, like just like really simple, I'm really pushing myself this time. So I feel like there's a lot of toxins being shoved into my GI tract. So I feel like without moving while you're water fasting, if I just lay down all day, I'm not really helping my body like get things flowing. So the yoga I did today was a lot of turns, a lot of like, like I'm squeezing my organs. I could feel my organs just squeezing. So I'm definitely a big believer on at least moving your body, going for one walk a day, moving, doing really floor based yoga, doing lots of chi breathing, and meditation too. Meditation when you're water fasting is like a whole different level. You have more energy in your brain than ever. Um, I had a little trouble sleeping last night. I just feel like I'm so used to just laying down and going to sleep, so it was kind of weird. Like once I got relaxed, I definitely fell asleep, and it wasn't like turbulent sleep. Once I was out. But I definitely didn't do a video purposely the first 3 days because I was just kind of cranky. No, I wouldn't say like cranky, but like you just go through emotions. You go through your past. You go through your fears. You go through your attachments. Food and cell phones are a big security blanket. Big security blanket in today's world. I'm detoxing from Facebook, Instagram. I'm not checking that shit. I'm not eating. What am I doing? Like, I am
It's like I am back to nature. I'm touching the ground again. I'm just gardening, detoxing, trying to start, revamp this business that I'm trying to do, and I'm just trying to help educate the world. And one of my main intentions, I went to the beach. What was it? It was the first day, my first day of water fasting. This one, I went to the beach and I did yoga, and I wrote my intentions down. I do that every water fast. You make sure you write those intentions down. Don't ever. I mean, you should write your intentions down. If you want, what partner you want, what job you want, what your value systems are. You should be doing this all the time. But while water fasting, you really need to declare what you want out of your body and what you invoke, what you demand, what you prefer, because this is really powerful. I knew a water fasting patient that came through, and she's like, she had some constructional surgeries on her face, and she was like, I want my face to like detox all the metals that were in my face. And like literally within like 2 days, it was like poof. It was like, she's all this like, she has beautiful skin, but like all of a sudden all this acne came up, and it was just like she demanded that out of her body, and her body listened. So my water fast right now is to always cleanse and to connect more with my loved ones and myself, come back home. But I really want to do something good for the earth. I mean, I already, you know, shop at local farmers markets only. I have 3 garden beds plus like these pots everywhere with, herbs in them. I have, I'm a very plant-based, diet person. So that to me was already, good for the earth. But it's natural. This is natural that if you're a living organism on this planet, you're consuming every day of your life. So when you're water fasting, you literally are not consuming anything. Water. If I could collect my own rainwater and then make it not so acidic, I probably would. But right now where I live, I don't own the property, so I don't collect rainwater. But so yeah, I am doing this to give back to Mother Gaia. It is, and I think with that intention, it really is making it really powerful. And I think that she is giving me the power to keep going, because there's a few times. Saturday was perfect. Sunday and Monday did not really feel that good to me. I was just like, why am I doing this? Why do I need to film this? Why I'm already healthy enough? But then, so I'm kind of setting my intentions instead of being a selfish intention with this water fast. I'm kind of like, yo, Earth, I know I'm like a creature on you. I know I consume a lot, but for the next like week or two, depending, I'm going to go each day at a time and see how I feel and go. For this time, I'm going to allow you to breathe without me being like a parasite on the surface of your body. And I feel like it was just, made me feel really, it met my own needs for integrity, and I feel really good about it. So, yeah. I'm down 6 pounds, which I don't really want to be. You kind of do lose weight when you water fast, but you gain weight really quickly. I'm not doing this for weight loss. I'm not really healing anything. I definitely want to focus on my scalp. My scalp is not the best. I'm really trying. I've tried a lot of different things with natural medicine and detoxification to help regenerate my scalp. I'm definitely like still have hair there, but I definitely would like to rebuild that more up to be, thicker. But other than that, I have a few scars that I've received unconsciously from me hiking in dense jungles here on the Big Island. Water fasting is really good for skin rejuvenation. But other than that, like I don't really have any health ailments that I'm targeting. I would like definitely like to say it's always emotional. It's good to like um, go through an emotional cleanse, which is what I'm doing. But yeah, I definitely want to do more on protocols to follow prior to water fasting, protocols to follow during a water fast, protocols to follow right after, and how to break the fast. Because breaking the fast is just as important as the fast itself. So yeah, Rawjuvenation is going to be everything from mental clarity to integrity to protocols to health to nutrition. I'm trying to feel a term of how I can like brand it or just bring it all together. I'm thinking full spectrum vitality,
I'm still thinking about it, so this is like the beta version of Rawjuvenation. Welcome to the beta version. Um, I'm not going to say my name. I don't think it's important to know who I am. If you're another health professional and you would like to, or just know a lot about a specific topic and you would like to do a video together, I'm always down. I want this to be a collective effort to make people healthier. I worked with a naturopath one time, and she said that um, she wanted to be a naturopath so she could help people heal themselves and get healthier so the world could become a better place. And I dig that. I think the more functional and the more optimized and the more vital and the more longevity that we have, the more that we will want to share the abundance that we have, and everyone's life will be improved. And I want to see a world where the poorest person is living than the better person today. And I'm going to say that one more time. I want to live in a world, I'm going to live in a world where the poorest person is living better than the richest, most 1% person today. When you allow people to reach you not only allow, but you encourage, you provoke, you support people in becoming their full human potential, everyone's lives gets better. I'm actually getting a phone call. This is my aloha.